What are 7 essential tips for long-lasting productivity? And how can you really stop cutting your productivity efforts short? What can you do? Let's find out. So by the way, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tip number 1 to make really your productivity efforts very, very long lasting is 80% of what you do throughout the day must be fun. Yeah, you gotta shoot for really somewhere a number between 65 to 90%, even though you don't start there now. Maybe now you're just at 20%, but the goal has to become to move closer towards that 80%. Because it's very simple. If all day long you only do stuff that you hate, that you're not that good at, it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be long lasting. You're gonna throw in the towel. You're not gonna see the results that you want either. So what is fun? Fun activities is usually what you're good at and also what you enjoy at the same time. And sometimes they're separate, yeah, but there's always a combination of these two. So focus on that, work on that, make more of your productivity, of your daily things that you do fun. So Ben, and this is number 2, what do I do with the 20%? What can I do? The 20% that I don't like, that I hate? Because no matter what you do, no matter who you find, no matter how fulfilled somebody is in their work, yeah, with their productivity, there's always that 10, 20%, sometimes a little bit more, that you might hate doing. And many times it's the hard things. So my recommendation for you is do the hard things first thing in the morning. Because if you're willing to do what's hard, guess what? Life becomes easy. Yeah, so you got a very difficult call in first thing in the morning. Got a difficult conversation, schedule it at first thing in the morning. Difficult meeting, again, first thing in the morning. Okay, get it out of the way. The more you focus on and not postpone, because that's what most people do, not postpone, but tackle these tough things face on, yeah, the easier life will be for you. Number 3, to really make things long lasting, you want to become good and start planning ahead. Yeah, you want to plan the year ahead, the month ahead, the week ahead, the day ahead, of course, right? I like to schedule things ahead. The easiest way to think about it is if you schedule a vacation or 2 or 3 vacations for the year, you look ahead, right? Because you don't want to spend more money on the airplane, on the hotel. The earlier you book, the better. So you have to kind of live your life like that. The longer you wait to schedule things in, yeah, the more expensive they kind of get. So become good at that. Start planning more ahead. Number 4, to really make your productivity long lasting and enjoy the process as well, you really want to think in terms of systems. Yeah, think in terms of systems. Kind of copy and paste. One time you create a system, you just duplicate it. You create a weekly planner, you duplicate it. Yeah, you do something a certain time once a year, you duplicate it. You create a system. The challenge is also there's some things we have to do once a year that are kind of essentials, and every single year we start from 0. Instead, what I want you to think about is create a checklist, film yourself making a short video while you do the task. So even 1 year later, you just watch the short video or you check the checklist, you just follow the steps, and it's as good as the year before. Yeah, and it saves you a bunch of time. So think systems. Number 5, I think this is so essential. If I could go back to my entrepreneurial career at the beginning, really for long-lasting productivity, you want to work with people that you actually like, right? You got to find people that complement you, where you can work on your strengths, your 80% most of the time, and then the rest you got to delegate. And you got to find people who can do what you're either not good at or what you hate doing to do those things for you, right? And one of the key factors is when you're looking for these people, you got to make sure that you like them. Just doing a great job is usually for the long term is really not enough. Yeah, at some point you will be, in your mind it's always going to be like, okay, he does a great job, but I don't like him that much. Yeah, it will always bug you, and at some point you will not work together anymore because there's this dislike. Now don't get me wrong, I'm a strong believer that there are different personality types. Different personality types have different strengths. Naturally, you are like a different personality type better, okay? I'm not talking about that. but in general, there are only 3 types of people. Yeah, forget the personality types. There are positive people, there are neutral people, there are negative people. No matter which personality type you look at, I prefer working with positive people. My strong recommendation for you too, to make your productivity and your success really long lasting, work with people that you like. Number 6, make sure that you take really regular breaks and that you're nice to yourself as well. Because if you don't, you know what's gonna happen? One of 2 things. Either you will hate your productivity system and even the success that you achieve through it, you will hate it, and at some point you will self-sabotage, or you'll get very sick. And it's not a real laugh, it's a laugh of like, we don't want this, right? You know what I'm saying. So we want to avoid that at all costs. How can we avoid it? Very simple. Take enough breaks throughout your day. Every 60 minutes, 90 minutes, take a 10-15 minute break. Yeah, and also you want to be nice to yourself, you know, give yourself a pat on the back more often, encourage yourself for the progress that you make. Nobody's perfect, we can all move to the next level, but you got to enjoy the journey along the way. And lastly, number 7, this is something that really subconsciously will drive you nuts, but you think it doesn't matter that much. Number 7 is really about optimizing your workspace. Have a messy desk, have a messy laptop, you know, you open your computer, your Mac, and everything is messy, there are way too many files. This is not a good thing. Yeah, this will really mess up with your subconscious mind at some point. You gotta organize, you gotta stay organized, yeah. Minimize your things more, organize your things better. If you want real long-lasting productivity and long-lasting success, that's the only way to do it. So clean up your mess. So comment down below one time, which were your greatest takeaways? Which of these tips are you going to use the most? Yeah, your biggest aha moments maybe. Share it down with me below. Again, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And most importantly, I really look forward to seeing you for the next video.